Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. And I'm just getting myself set up here. Let me get the volume off this. I'm just getting set up so that I can see your comments. Hi Steph, nice to see you. Just right, so today I'm going to do something. I have not even this is a fly by the seat of my pants one again, but that's, I think you've come to expect that from me. But I think I'm just getting my coffee. So I've got my cuppa. Look at the state of the coffee in the side there. I've had to use instant coffee and I don't usually, but I've run out of ground coffee and my coffee machine is at the coffee machine hospital. It's due back this week, all repaired. At a princely sum of course, but hey. So today I'm going to use hand-penned petals. I'm going to do a one full sheet of stamping and then I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Now, when I've been using hand-penned petals, I've been pairing it up with the absolutely beautiful designer series paper that goes with it. And I'm going to show you if I've got it. Yeah, I've got it handy. It's absolutely delightful paper that goes with this. So if you like it, do bear in mind that there's 15% off the whole of July of all of these designer series papers. They're not the specialities, but the normal ones, the ones that are just called designer series paper. The colours in here are absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love them. But when I've been stamping with it, I've been sticking to the colour palette in the paper. And then I noticed one of my friends, Karen Egan, who's Crafty Karen's Designs, she did a card using this set and she used really bright colours. So I've not looked back to see exactly what colours she used, but I do remember seeing bright pink and bright purple. So I thought that it looked good in the stronger colours, so I'm just going to have a go. So I'm going to stamp with Early Evergreen and then fill in with the other colours and that too probably. So I'm going to open that up ready. And I'm going to use that one, maybe this one, I'm not sure. Do you know what I mean? I'm just going to take it as it comes and see. So yeah, it's just past 11 o'clock. That's not big enough, so I need a bigger block. Bear with me. They're right beside me here. So how is everybody? Hi, I've said hi Steph, hi Margaret, hi Helen. Anyone else is watching, please pop in. I am aware that in the United Kingdom at the moment the sun is le soleil est brille, is that my French? The sun is shining. It's certainly shining here in Scotland. We're having summer today. To be fair, we had summer yesterday as well. So I'm just going to get some stamping across this page and then I'm going to fill it in with the colours and then chop it up and make some cards, because this is Cuppa and Cards. Hi Anne Harrod. And you come, are you relaxing? I noticed that you've been on a wee road trip down to Fiona. Just caught something on Facebook and I know you don't have summer there just now. I think you're having anything but summer. So I'm going to try and rotate this a bit as well and not have it facing the same way. I'm going to tell you now, random is a very difficult thing to do. Oh, you go up to Fiona's. Hello Muriel, and you come. Nice to see you. Oh, let that slip. But it's okay, I got away with that. So I'm just putting this around. And then we'll colour it up with the fill-in stamps and just show you that how clever these stamp sets are for quick colouring. You could of course sit and colour this with pencils, watercolour pencils, marker pens, alcohol pens, whatever you choose, but the stamps that are provided in this set. So I'm just, obviously I'm sticking with this, just one stamp all over. Of course I'm concentrating here, so I've gone quiet. Not like me to be quiet, is it? But I'm just going to pop some in from the edges to fill up some of this. Because it looks a bit odd if it's empty at the edges. That looks okay, doesn't it? There's a full sheet. So now I want to colour it in, so I'm going to just choose. First I'm going to have some melon mango. I'm just going to close this up because, well, you know why, how messy I can get. So I'm going to do the big flower, this big one, and I'm going to try and catch that all over. Oh, hi Heather. Is it a work day? My goodness, we've got New Zealand in the house and we've got Canada in the house. As well as UK. I don't know about you, but that actually looks nice as is. I do like a line drawing. But I did say we'd add colour, so let's add colour. Pop my stamp set out the way. Obviously all my flowers are facing different ways. Now this is not an exact, and it's got, it's what's the word? My words have gone. Distinctive. I've not been using Melon Man because I've been using the other bright pinks, the Magenta Madness and then the polished pink. So I'm going back to my basic colours again. Yeah, I've been trying to get my walking up, Heather. I'm taking part in a diabetes fundraiser for Diabetes UK. And it's to try and get to 1 million steps by the end of September. I used to walk a fair bit and then I kind of lost my mojo. So yeah, I think lockdown did that. I know a lot of people actually walked more in lockdown, and I think I did at the beginning, and then somehow it kind of lost its appeal. How pretty is this? Wow. And then the weight started going back on, and that's a bit scary. Now I am not diabetic, but I think if I wasn't careful and get my exercise up and keep my weight a bit lower, I think I was a prime candidate. I have now cut sugar out. The last 5 years I haven't eaten sugar. But I think if I hadn't made that change in my life, do you know, I think I was a prime candidate. And I know so many people, it's a horrible illness. But I thought, you know, the walking the steps would do me the world of good. So, and if it helps other people, well, great. Hi Valerie, are you enjoying London? Good morning London. It looks good, I'm enjoying seeing your photographs. So now I'm going to bring in some gorgeous grey. I'm definitely going bright here. As I say, I'm taking my cue from Karen Egan. I will go back and look at her card once I've done mine, and my intention was not to copy. My intention was just to be inspired by her use of the brighter colours. I didn't order Christmas stuff yet. I went for the autumn stuff, Heather. I'm in no rush for Christmas. So this one I think fits it roughly that flower. So I'm going to have that one all purple. You might have to shout if I miss any bits. But it just gives a kind of arty look to it. Oops, sticking my finger in here. I just think it's so pretty, and because we've got nice summer weather here and I'm enjoying like my hanging basket and just all the pretty flowers everywhere just now, just makes your heart happy to have colour in your life. Oh, that was a bit off, but hey, just it's fine. If I wasn't filming, I could have my head right over and then I would get lined up better, but I'm cool with this. Is it hot, hot, hot in London, Valerie? I mean, I've been having the fan going here this morning, although I've been filming, so I had to switch it off. I'm quite impressed with myself this morning. I got up and filmed all the films for all 4 films for my Pansy Patch class in the post, which I'd already sent out, as some of you will know, but I hadn't filmed it because I didn't want to keep people's things that they paid for lying in my house. I wanted them to have them, but I hadn't got the filming done. But I just got up this morning and got it done. So it's all uploading now, and then I'll be able to send the links to my class people. So that's all the purple ones, that big one I think. Have I caught it on each posy? I'll keep that there just in case. Right, and then the next wee one down, I'm going to go for blue, and I'm going for, where is it? There's the little, there it is, this one. And then the little ones, I'm going to do them in yellow. No idea why, I'm just because I can. I'm gulping my coffee. I'm going to have a blue flower. Oh, you're overcast and muggy. It's actual bright blue sky here in central Scotland, which is, do you know, fairly rare. So we'll enjoy it. I done the thing I must do. I am showered and dressed before I do this, and then I'm going to hang the washing out, and then I'm going to sit in it. Might not be for too long. I don't know how long I'll be able to sit in it, but hey, we'll see. Had a great day yesterday out and about with the hubster. And a paddle in the sea. I have no idea if this is... I like the arty look about it. That's what stamps do for me. They let me bring out my arty side. Turn it round and catch the rest. So these really strong colours. I think I might like to try it with some Bermuda Bay as well. Have I missed them? That big flower. I think you need to talk amongst yourself. I'm having to concentrate. Oh, Steph, that's not good. Okay, Anne Harrod, 1.5 cards. My guess is you were blethering. And that's usually what I do. When I go to these things, I don't... Hi Monica, can you come? Yeah, we're just going bright and cheerful here. So Australia's in the house now. You are in Australia, aren't you, Monica? I get mixed up, but yeah, I think you are. It's just using, this is the Mango Melody. Again, I'm just aiming it at the flowers. It's not, it's, you know, it's just to suggest colour. I'm suggesting strong colours here. So what colour do you think I should pull in here for the leaves? I'll put my thumb in the colour already. Do you think... I'm thinking Granny Apple Green, but then you could use Old Olive. I'm going to do that over again because it's a bit... Kind of doing a bit of double stamping there, so I was... and just twisting it a wee bit just to get another... Just because that doesn't completely fill it, I think that just adds a bit extra. It's not always about what we like though, sometimes it's nice to show people what they like, Anne Harrod. But yeah, you don't have to have pink in your flowers. Blue flowers, white flowers, they're all pretty. You say you don't like pink, do you like red and purple? These ones still. So what colour are you guys reckoning? Well, you were supposed to work in pink. Oh well. Well, you could just done it for samples and then brought it home and done it again in your own colours. Right, so it's starting to come to life. So what colour will I use for my leaves? Come on, I'm not doing pink leaves, come on. I'm going to have Old Olive, Soft Succulent or Granny Apple Green. Which do you want? I'll give you a moment. Soft Succulent is getting a vote and Granny Apple Green's getting a vote. Granny Apple's got 2 votes now. Soft Succulent's got 2. Oh no. 2 all so far. Granny, that's 3-2. Oh, Monica suggested Jade. Well, now you put the cat among the pigeons, haven't you? Actually, I think Monica's right. Because we've got such strong colours here. We'll do it on one and see. See that I ask you something and then do something completely different. I'm a baddie. Right, 1 leaf. And there is a little one if I need it. That's it, there's just... Right. I'll put the wee one on there. And I'll get my little block for this one. Oops. Yeah, I do think Monica's right. I'm thinking Jade will work really good in this strong palette. Do you mean you're not dressed at the moment, Heather? I'll close my eyes. Oops. And then I think I need the little one because these are a bit big. Seeing as nothing else is sticking out, we'll use this one for the big one. Again, I'm kind of double stamping on the leaf because the stamp is smaller than the leaf. The jade is working really well here, I think, because it's got the strength. It's got the strength. So ladies and gents, anyone else who's watching later, my next task this week is to get the new catalogue out to everyone. So if you would like a copy of the autumn winter catalogue, that's what I call it. It's actually called the July to January mini catalogue, but it's all the autumn and winter stuff, and it is amazing. I absolutely adore it. So I can post them out. They're not huge catalogues, so it's not, it's not a huge task to get them out. So if you would like one and you're in the UK, France, Austria, Germany or the Netherlands, give me a shout and we'll get one to you. I only have English language catalogues at the moment, but they are available in other language. I'm liking this. How are we doing for time? Are we actually going to make some cards before? Oh yeah, we're doing fine. Right, are that all the big ones? Can anyone see some empty big leaves? Nope. I got this. I actually think I'm going to pop this on this wee square block because it's really, this little wee square block, the smallest one, this is block A. It's really easy to handle. Now, I thought I had two of these, but I think I maybe haven't, so right, I'm going to have to get a shifty on here. I'll do some of them second generation. I don't know, is that a leaf? Is that one of the big leaves there? Look. Jumping stamps here. Well, it's a big leaf now. Got a shifty on here, Janice. There's a lot of wee leaves, and there's another big one that I missed. Did you notice? I've just seen your note, Miriam. I'm just going to stick with Jaden. Because to be honest, some people watch and don't have a million shades of ink like me. There's about 50 colours, I think. There's about 50 colours at the moment on Stampin' Up's palette, because we have 4 families and then we have 2 lots of in colours, groups of 5. So yeah. I'm liking. Thing is, you could stamp a whole sheet like this and then do each one different as well. Pull this over maybe. You need to talk amongst yourselves. I have to concentrate to get to the... So whenever I was out yesterday walking and we went to Inveresk Lodge Gardens, which is south of Edinburgh, near Musselburgh, Inveresk in fact, which is a conservation village. But when I was walking in the garden and I just sat down for a while with my camera and I was just looking at all the trees, and my goodness, how many shades of green does nature have? Oh, mustn't have inked that up very well. Turn it round. I got all the leaves, so coming from here, am I winning? Yeah, I think we are. I don't think we just got this wee corner to do, so So I've been blathering and stamping for less than half an hour. So, do you know what I mean? It's not that time consuming. But if you try to colour this in with your pencils or whatever, which is a fab thing to do, it's very therapeutic. But if you don't have the time to wait, you know, for that, then using these stamp sets that have got the infill stamps is just fantastic. So as you see, second generation stamp gives me a slightly different shade. So it's given a bit of variation here. Right, have I missed any leaves, anyone? I don't think I have actually. I'm going to close this up. I'm just going to pop all these stamps in my wee box for cleaning so that I don't lean on them and get covered. I may need some back out to do further. Right, now what we're going to do now, so I've got some Stampin' Up note cards and envelopes here. So, did I use them last week in Cuppa and Cards? I can't, no I did, we did, I can't even remember. Anyway, I've got some note cards. Now, these are pre-scored, but they're not heavily scored, so you just have to be a bit careful. Just going to do a bit of measuring here. That's not very straight, is it? And now we've got ink on it. Well, that's a great start. We're certainly going to have to cover that up, aye, because I've got ink on my fingers. Well, that's me all over. So I'm going to go for very simple first and start chopping this up. Now I'm going to chop myself a strip that will fit on there. So that is, I use centimetres, so that is 12.7 centimetres long. Now these actually do measure in inches, these, if you use inches. So look, that is exactly 5 inches by 3.5 inches. So if you use inches, it's easy to work out what you want to do. But I am just going to chop a bit off here. That is 6 or 5. I'm just going to go for 5 here. Look at this strip. 5 centimetres. And I'm making this up as I go along. I have not planned this out at all. And what did I say that length had to be? 12. Well, it needs to be 5 inches, doesn't it? Let's go with the inches, Janice. There you go. Because that's, you know, it's more accurate on the inch there. So again, I'm just making this up. So that is just going to stick across there, and we're going to put a sentiment on there. Now, what have we got? Who needs thanks cards? Because I surely do. So thanks it is. I was just, had a wee thought there. Yay. Well, Monica's on. Look at this card Monica sent me. I came a little late for my birthday, but isn't it beautiful using the butterfly wishes? So thank you, Monica. Love it. All the way from Australia. Right, so does this fit in any of the gaps here? Actually, look. If I was clever, I could fit it in there, or I can pop, I think I'll pop it down here. So again, because this is Cuppa and Cards and I'm keeping it simple, here's my purple. Just need some blocks, and I'm going to get ink on my fingers because these are all dirty. But I haven't made my chamois wet enough, so They're just going to have to stay there in the box, and I'll clean them after. So just pop thanks here, so a nice clean and simple card. It was so lovely, so lovely receiving cards through the post, and it's inspired me. I'm actually going to be getting my butterflies out. Look how beautifully Monica has coloured these in blues and purples. Did you use your blends? Yeah, I think you did. They are absolutely exquisite, and I am going to get mine out again and have a go. Did you screw this paper up? Did you dampen it and screw it and then chop it? So it's got great texture, I love it, and I love the wee strips of gold. It just gives it a wee accent, doesn't it? So Monica also has a YouTube channel. I don't know where you are on Facebook, Monica, but folks, I'm quite happy for you to put a link today, Monica, in Jazzle Dazzle, if you want, just to let people, or rather in my friends craft group would be better probably. Jazzle Dazzle's my business page, but my friends craft, I'll tell you again, Jazzle Dazzle and Friends Craft Share Group. I'm happy for you to let people know how to have a look at what your work. Yeah, I've not done that for background card, but I do that when I'm making flowers sometimes, paper flowers. I cut them out and then I screw them up while they're damp and open them back out. So there's a very quick and simple card. Now then, we've got this bit that we chopped off, so let's do something with it. So I need a bit of, I think we'll go with Gorgeous Grape, because I've got quite a lot of Gorgeous Grape scrap here because I messed up on some measurements that I was doing. I was doing gatefold cards and I got it all wrong, so let's chop ourselves a bit off here. I measure it but sometimes I do it just by eye. So my scrap happens to be 8.3 by 5. Well, funnily 5 because, so I'm going to go 8.7 because 3 and 4 is 7, because I use a 4mm border quite often. Most of the time that's my prefer. And then 5.4. So it's just quite nice to play and just make up as you go along. Oh, you're not on YouTube yet, Monica. Okay. For some reason I thought you were. See, I used the word yet. So there, we can layer this up. And then we can pop that on a card. Right, another blank card. So these are very handy, in that I hadn't prepped any card bases, but these are just super to keep at hand when you need quick cards. The only thing is, I think this pack, the scoring's not too great. Where's my bone folder? But I could easily pop that in my score tool and sort that out. Now that can go like that, or like that, and personally I like it like that. And then we'll get some kind of sentiment going here. What will we... Do you know what, I'm just going to stick with a series of thank you cards. And yeah, I'm just like, put that there. That's out the way. I just think these are so pretty. So there's 2 cards and we've 20 minutes left, so how many more cards do you think we can do? And chop them up like that, but then you also have, there is a die and you could cut the whole, you know, you could cut a whole one of these out. I don't know if they're handy. What are they called? Are they called hand-penned? I'll find them quickly, I could show you. What are the dies called? Does anyone know? What am I like? I'm just making it up as I go along here. So the catalogue has an index, so that's handy. FGH hand pen, page 105. What are the dies? They are called penned flowers, so that's why it's not under H in my alphabetical. See, when you know the name and you've got an alphabetical system, not symptom, system. So what I was thinking, there is a, look, there's the dice for this bundle are beautiful. Look, there's beautiful scallop, then there's this outline die, and then there's another one here that's similar, but it's gives the shape. That's the wrong one, Janice. I thought I had one to cut that out. Have I not? Did I make that up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There it is. There is there. I thought that. So this one will cut round the whole thing. So we could have a go at that. So we'll just take this one because it's there. And because it's got an inky splodge beside it, this is a good one to cut out. So I need my plates for my mini. Got my wee baby here beside me. Take care, Monica. There's a sticky bit here in my fingers. It's not letting me. Just want the outline of the die to be quite tight to the that. Then I'll just being very careful to and I have moved it slightly, but I'm just going to go with it because I don't think it was much. Take care, Heather. I'm not going to say enjoy your work, but needs must. So there, that gives us the shape out to give us a different look on our card. blank. I thought I'd a few out, but I didn't. So no rocket science this morning, but that's not what Cuppa and Cards is about. It's more, Cuppa and Cards is more about beginners, and then sometimes it inspires people who have more crafting experience. I hope you've all got a cuppa. I'm just having a wee think to myself here, something interesting. See, I never kind of stop, my brain's going the whole time while I'm crafting, and so I've come up with another wee idea, but I'm going to pop my thanks here first, and then I'm going to get back out my outline stamp. Oh, I've just dropped a stamp on the floor. Oh no, oh it's here. Get that before I don't want to spend my day looking for a stamp, because that can happen. Right, so I'll go back for my evening evergreen here. Now this, you're not actually going to see this one, but this is where which way up do you think is best? That way looks right way up to me, so the big leaves at that side. I'm actually just going to pop that there, which will be covered up, and I've done it the wrong way round, so that's the way it's going. That's okay though. And then just for interest, it's just playing. Right. Just giving you a different look, except an upside down posy, but that's all right. There's no definite way that they have to go. So, dimensionals, where are you? Luckily they're where they should be. Oh, I am warm. Need to get the fan on and get cooled down. But if I put the fan on, you guys won't hear me. So I'll just take dimensionals off. And then just pop that over there. So the card's got the pattern all over, but it's just the pop of colour in the middle. So there's a third card. So where's the sheet? So what next? What next? What next? What next? Oops. Okay, so let's cut ourselves. What about having most of the card covered? Maybe just slightly smaller than the 3.5. So if it's, again, we'll go to this end this time. Or that way. Let's go this way. So if it's 3.5 inches, the card is 3.5 inches, then just pull it back 1/8 of an inch. Chop. See how much we're getting from one sheet of stamping. And then if it's 5 that way, pull it back 1/8 of an inch, chop it there. And again, we just decide what way we can have our thanks in there. So I'm just going to ink up my thanks, pop that in there. And then just that'll just sit nicely on our blank card. That's another option. There's a 4th card. Now, let's see what this is in comparison to this. So it's actually much the same size, but what I'm thinking this time is what am I thinking? What am I thinking? Do it. My brain's not with me. So we can do it landscape this time. And again, the same as before, and we'll put our thanks in. But if we wanted to add, we could add more colour in the spaces, or we can embrace the white. So again, just get my thanks stamp. I'm choosing to put it up here at the top because I do have a bit of a blobby bit of ink and that will distract. There you go. And something else you can do before you glue it together is you can actually emboss. So I'm pulling out my thin embossing folders because I've got my little machine out. We have some thin embossing folders that are just particularly for that. Now that one's lovely, but it's a bit too fussy, I think, because we've got the detail here. But with this, that'll give it some texture. That one, or this one with the textures at the top and bottom, but I think we'll just use this one just to give it a bit of texture. And I've got the little machine here. And I just need the plate that goes with it. I'm not quite sure which one it is. Are we talking? We'll know right away if it. I think it's this one, but if it's wrong, I'll be soon. No, it's not that one. That's too thin. Yep, that's it. And so our embossing folders are great just for adding a bit of interest. So if you happen to have one, you might as well make use of it. And the wee baby cut and emboss machine, if you don't have a machine yet, it's a great starting point. Look the difference that makes to that. I'm going to pop it on that side. I usually use wet glue with embossing because of the texture it holds. Once this glue dries, it really does hold quite tight. So there you go, texture. And we've still got 10 minutes and we've still got this, so 2 more cards I should think here. At least you could get more than 2, but since we've only got 10 minutes, we'll just do a couple of wee extra things here. Now, that width is exactly the right width there for the card, so let's just chop it this way. We'll get 2 bits anyway, and then we'll still have a bit left over. So if it's 3.5, just pull it back a bit. Maybe not even the full 1/8 of an inch, just close to that. That one's 2, that one won't go, so we'll just cut this where we can, which is at 3 1/4. And all we're really wasting is that, and do you know what? We don't even need to waste that. Watch this. Then we're just wasting that. That will stamp in there and we'll get another card out of that. Whoops. So this time, my folder's out of the way, I'm going to pull in a blending brush and I'm going to bring in just around the sides, just to add some interest, but again, let's pop our thanks on where it will fit. And I think it just fits there. And I've got a brush with purple, or blending brushes are great, but you can use your old makeup brushes. Now I'll take the worst off and just give this a bit of an edge. Change it all together really. We're taking the stark white off. And I'm actually going to come in, although I'm doing the edge first, I'm going to come in further and further each time, and then eventually the background is going to be that purpley colour. Because I'm putting it on with my brush, it's not too dark and overwhelming. And then just whirl it around. And you see you're taking away the white look there. I think with the other one we'll do something similar with the melon mambo. And I know, that's it, no waste at all, you're right Muriel. And this one, oh, it's just a bit smaller, but it's fine, look. So just stick it on. So with not an awful, you know, one stamp set and some colours and some card, it's almost simple. It is simple stamping. And stamping a full sheet like that is just so restful. I know I was chatting to you guys, but sometimes I was chatting while I was doing it, but you can actually get quite absorbed in what you're doing. And then this one, let's bring in pink as well, why not? Have I got a bright brush? Oh yeah, look here, I've got one that's all bright pink. It's too funny it's on an orange brush, but never mind. Let's pop this away just now and bring in our melon mambo. Just changes it all up a wee bit. Right, and I'm just going to take the brush over the middle, not too heavily, just it just takes the white away and just gives it that nice pinky look. You don't notice it so much there, but once you put it onto the blank card, hi Janice, in you come. You're all right, don't worry, you can always watch it on replay, and I will be popping it up onto YouTube when my internet allows. I'm uploading a whole load of things right at the moment, so we've been doing one sheet stamping. Oh, I forgot to put a sentiment on here. Right, there's an obvious place there. Will we do it in pink just for a change? All the other ones have been done. That's because this is top. Clean the gorgeous grape off first. Thanks. These up with card and all sorts of things, but sometimes it's just nice to keep it simple. I've just shown you a few simple ways to use a full sheet of stamping. Last bit, let's have one more card with this last wee bit. We might run over time a little bit, but hey, that's all right. I don't mind if you don't mind. So who's managed to stay with me this morning? I know a few people have come in, a few people have had to go, but the number stayed constant. So this is just little. So I think it does need lifted a little bit. So we'll get it. Well, we've got this gorgeous great line here, so let's use it. So let's just. We'll cut it a little matte to just lift it. So that is 7.8 by 4.1. So 8.2 by 4.5. I add 4mm each time. If you work in inches, I do apologise, but I work in centimetres. But there's always ways to convert, or just... You're out in the sunshine already, Shirley. I'm headed out after this, but I decided to stay in the cool until I did this because I didn't want to get all hot and bothered. Got up early this morning. I've filmed 4 videos. Do this, have a quick coffee, and I've got one more video to film, and then I'm going out in the sunshine for the rest of the day and feel, because I always find if I'm out in the sunshine all day, and I think I'll do things when I come back in, I do generally find that I'm too tired after the sun. It does take it out of you. I'm just going to layer that on there. Where did I put my glue? And of course you could then add some bling. You could use Wink of Stella, you can fancy them up. But I've just stuck with plain and simple this morning. So I challenge you all to do a sheet of stamping with whatever stamp set you fancy using, and then chop it up your own way. Don't need to follow someone else's pattern, just go with the flow like I have today with what's around you. Alright, let's just make a space. I mean, it's sometimes called that tidying up, but that's not tidying up, that's making a space. Shoving it all to one side. Right, so let's have a clean page and see what we have done. It's 2 minutes past 12, but hey, that's alright. So what have we got? We've got 8 cards. So there we go. So we've got 2 that I've got smaller panels. We've got 1 that we've done extra stamping and die cutting. We've got 1 with a strip. I like this composition. And a full page. So I see that we're mostly landscape. But we've got 1 portrait that, and we did that, we put that through the embossing folder. So there you go, guys. 8 cards. What do you think? What's your favourites? Who thinks they'll have a go and use what they've got? Oh, I love nasturtiums. They're so cheerful. See, that would make... Why don't you do this, Shirley, in all the oranges and yellows and replicate your nasturtiums? So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's your favourite? What do you like best? You like 7 and 1 unharried. Yeah, do you know what? That was that last wee scrap at the end. And it is pretty, isn't it? So the colours I used today in this are Evening Evergreen, which I did the main stamping, I stamped the outline stamp with, Gorgeous Grape, Just Jade, Misty Moonlight, Melon Mambo and Mango Melody. Muriel, you like 4 and 7? Which is 4 and 7, cool. With the die cutting and then the embossing, yeah, just so that extra bit of technique added in there. Yeah. So thanks, oh, Shirley, you're 6, 6 and 1. There you go. See, everyone likes it slightly different. I'd really like if you all came into. Oh, hi, Joanna. I'm still live. I'm just winding up. Renee likes 7. That's the embossed one, yeah. Janice likes 8, 2 and 7. See? All different. So I'd really like it if you had a try at this and then shared in my Jazzle Dazzle and Friends craft share group on Facebook. I'd really like to see what you all do with this idea, because it is a simple idea. But there you go. There I've got a set of 8 note cards ready to send out. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. Good morning's work. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate your support. Please give me a thumbs up and positive comments, and I will pop this over on YouTube as well later, but it will be available on replay. If you're watching on replay and you don't already have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, or you haven't bought from me in the last 6 months but you would like one of our next catalogues, the mini catalogue, happy to send you a complimentary copy. Just send me a message on here or on any of my social media and I'll get one popped out to you. Thanks everybody, take care.